This is Lola Lee T. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. This is too much. This is really too much. So Lemmy Plummer has come on his Instagram stories and he's responding to all of the false narratives and speculation, rumors, regarding himself, the show, his personal life. And it's really becoming to the point where the, personal lives of the cast members is becoming more interesting than the show itself. So let me just read to you guys the response from Lemmy. And this has a lot to do with Summer's TikTok lives and her Twitch lives, where she has been reacting to the show, speaking on, the editing process, affairs, the list goes on and on. Anyway, let me just read to you guys Lemmy's response. So he says, I will be responding to and correcting the false narratives and speculation surrounding editing practices and cast compensation. In a world where billions of people engage on social media and in an era where these platforms shape countless narratives, some true and some false, that can spread quickly, I think it is crucial for us as a direct-to-consumer business to step in and clear things up. This is not about responding to every single comment or being talkative for the sake of it. It is about making sure misconceptions, especially those that can impact people and businesses, do not go unaddressed, and about not allowing false narratives or rumors to silence the truth. So consider this me setting the record straight and ensuring you hear directly from me when it matters. He says here, let me be unequivocally clear. I never slept with, kissed, or dated Big Lex at any time in any capacity. She is a beautiful and talented young woman, but any claims suggesting otherwise are simply false. I don't care who repeats them. The truth does not change. So this is in response to Summer. As the title here says, Summer says she was happy that Big Lex's girlfriend and Lemmy met after Big Lex and Lemmy slept together. And Summer also comes with full receipts of it. I never seen the full receipts. I haven't seen it myself. But here's just a little clip of Summer speaking on her claims regarding Lemmy and Lex.
We go have a meeting with Lemmy. I walk up to Lemmy like, he greet us, him and LJ. He like, hey Summer, da 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 da. Shake my hand with his hookah and saying, and I'm like, Lemmy, this is, I say her name, Lex girlfriend. And I look. He look at me, he look at her, and he extend his hand and say, nice to meet you. So I'm just eating up. I'm just like, let me mind business.
So now, as for Marsh did a live with Summer. She was saying that she was approached by Zeus Network to be a cast member, and her sole purpose was to go there to antagonize Tasiki. She was brought there to tussle with her, okay? That's what Marsh claims. So let me just read to you guys Lemmy's response to that. So he says, Marsh was never brought on to baddies to provoke or fight anyone, period. Before we even started filming, she inquired about joining the cast, and we declined because the show was fully set. It was only at chriseanrock's request that Marsh was allowed a single cameo day. Now let me be absolutely clear. I personally asked Marsh to leave the set multiple times whenever she was lingering around or trying to hang out with the cast outside that agreed upon appearance. Any suggestion that she was there to stir up conflict with Tasiki or anyone else is entirely false. She was there because Chrisean wanted a friend on camera once, and we allowed it. Nothing more, nothing less. So here's Marsh, speaking on it a little bit, just a clip. The full live is on my channel. I'll put a link to it in my description.
Like, they all I'm here, y'all book my flight, y'all pay for my travel, my lodge, just like everybody else. Stop playing with me. They want to, it's like, y'all mad. I came with my friend, it was friend. They brought me back to fight Latifah because they act like nobody want to fight Latifah. Exactly. Let's just be 100, bro. So I answered the chat because they pulled me up like, all right, you want to come fight Latifah? Okay, cut me a check, whatever. Then they want to carry this go home ride. Like, to me, that's lame as hell. It's like, all right.
Now, before Marsh went on the show, she did come on live saying that she was going to be on Baddies. She did play with her words quite a bit. She also played with her words when she said she got the Baddies chain, not clarifying that she didn't personally get a Baddie chain from Natalie. She kind of made it seem like she did when in fact it was given to her by Chrisean. So, I'm not 100% convinced that she was casted as a cast member. I'm not 100% in belief that she was brought on there to tussle with Tasiki. I would have to be shown some proof. There has to be some, email exchanges between her and whoever that, she's saying recruited her. There must be some sort of DMs. So, if they did cast her, then maybe she has to show that. Because like I said, she wasn't very truthful regarding, the Baddies chain situation. I really don't know what is true and what is a lie at this point. So he also goes on to say, we paid Marsh only a very minimal fee for the single one-day cameo. It was just a small gesture of courtesy because Chrisean wanted her to appear briefly. That's the entirety of the situation regarding Marsh. And this seems believable to me, this part here, because I could see Chrisean wanting her to be on the show. A lot of us were under the impression that she was there because of Chrisean. A lot of us thought she was there as a part of Chrisean's team, even when she did say she was a cast member. So, like I said, she must have some sort of receipts if she believes that it was not the case. And I'm sure she may respond after, let me saying what she's saying here, because someone is not telling the truth in the situation. All right, so he continues to say, all right, let me lay this out clearly and directly because this is important. Our production process is not only thorough, it is significant investment from start to finish. It costs us a lot to produce this level of content. And that is something I want everyone to understand. We begin with development and casting. We meticulously plan everything in pre-production. And once we start filming, we do not cut corners. Our assistant editors sync and organize all the footage. Our story producers shape it, and our editors refine it. Then we move into the online phase, including our color correction, auto mixing, and graphics before global distribution. And let me be absolutely clear, our turnaround time is exceptional. No other network, traditional or otherwise, delivers this level of premium quality content as rapidly as we do at Zeus. Kudos to our entire production and post-production team for making that happen. We put in the work at every stage, and I want that understood. But I do agree with Summer in that, the shows have become boring. They kind of do. And the editing, especially for the last episode, didn't really make any sense. And I just want to know, is there any truth to what Summer is saying regarding them clipping out, what really happened between Marsh and Tasiki? And it's like, because Summer said it, it's like a lot of people now are wanting to see the full unedited version so we can all see for ourselves if something was taken out. So that's what I gotta say about that part. So here is Summer just speaking a little bit on, her being upset with editing process.
I am hot, okay? On my mama, on my daddy. I'm so mother. Y'all are weird as Lemmy. Upload the real footage. Now we need baddies uncut. Talking about that's weird. Y'all weird, so y'all just cut. They just cut so much, so made up. Y'all so put together. I don't give a. This shit so scrapped up. Whatever y'all think this it is, because one thing it ain't real and raw and not uncut. Talking about y'all sitting up here. This exactly what y'all thought it was. I don't give a my mama, on my daddy, on my daughter watching this week. I'm 18 minutes in. I'm ready to turn this off.
Let me also says here, we've had plenty of cast members go on social media and talk about how much they supposedly earned from Zeus, often inflating those numbers to make it sound like they were paid far more than they actually were. The reality is we know exactly what we pay our talent, and we believe in fair and reasonable compensation. While we can control what individuals choose to claim online, we do not inflate figures, and we maintain confidentiality about our business practices. So maybe they should put that in the contract that the cast members cannot disclose what they are making. It also goes on to say, in other words, we discourage sharing the confidential information publicly, but we can't stop someone from exaggerating their earnings if they choose to do so. Just note that from our side, we keep things professional and accurate, and that's a principle we stand by. So I guess that was my thing. I was saying, why don't they just make them put it in a contract? But maybe there's something legally in that regard that they can't do that. I don't really know. I mean, if Tommie Lee is getting paid $400,000 for 30 days of work, that is crazy to me. And I mean, I've heard that Zeus pays well, but that is exceptionally well. And I mean, if they're paying her that, what are they paying the other people? And this network must be making millions and millions of dollars if they're able to pay Tommie Lee $400K. I'm not saying that is true. I'm just, commenting on what she said, but Lemmy is saying that those are just claims. He's giving the impression that that's not true what she's saying. But let me just leave you guys with Biggie reacting to what Tommie said about her pay. So guys, check this out.
Then I don't give a tell you this right now. Y'all really giving this stupid little junky little $400,000 a season? Where's my mother? Matter of fact, where's my money? Stop playing. Soon as y'all playing, y'all playing. I don't give a. She's never on time. She always never showing to set. She never on set. Tommie, get back on set.
All right, you saw that. So guys, definitely let me know your thoughts on Lemmy Plummer's response to the speculation, the false narratives around editing practices and the compensation, and also him speaking on, not having any sort of relationship with Lex, not having any sort of, relationship with her in any capacity, kissing, dating, anything. Let me know your thoughts on that. And thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.